Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. Let the future tell the truth and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs. The future, for which I really worked, is mine. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. Of all things, I like books best. As I review the events of my past life, I realize how subtle are the influences that shape our destinies. There is nothing within me that might be illusion, as it is often case with young delighted people. But if I would be fortunate to achieve some of my ideals, it would be on the behalf of the whole humanity. The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. Most persons are so absorbed in the contemplation of the outside world that they are wholly oblivious to what is passing on within themselves. We crave for new sensations but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today common occurrences. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. We build but to tear down. Most of our work and resource is squandered. Our onward march is marked by devastation. Everywhere there is an appalling loss of time, effort, and life. A cheerless view, but true. Everyone should consider his body as a priceless gift from one whom he loves above all. A marvelous work of art, of indescribable beauty and mystery beyond human conception, and so delicate that a word, a breath, a look, nay, a thought may injure it. Uncleanliness, which breeds disease and death, is not only a self-destructive but highly immoral habit. That is the trouble with many inventors. They lack patience. They lack the willingness to work a thing out slowly and clearly and sharply in their mind so that they can actually feel it work. They want to try their first idea right off, and the result is that they use up lots of money and lots of good material, only to find eventually that they are working in the wrong direction. We all make mistakes, and it is better to make them before we begin. Modern science says the sun is the past, the earth is the present, the moon is the future. From an incandescent mass we have originated, and into a frozen mass we shall return. Merciless is the law of nature, and rapidly, irresistibly, we are drawn to our doom. It is paradoxical yet true to say that the more we know, the more ignorant we become in the absolute sense, for it is only through enlightenment that we become conscious of our limitations. Precisely one of the most gratifying results of intellectual evolution is the continuous opening up of new and greater prospects. Today's scientists have substituted mathematics for experiments, and they wander off through equation after equation, and eventually build a structure which has no relation to reality. Every living being is an engine geared to the wheelwork of the universe. Though seemingly affected only by its immediate surrounding, the sphere of external influence extends to infinite distance. The human being is a self-propelled automation entirely under the control of external influences. Willful and predetermined though they appear, his actions are governed not from within but from without. He is like a float tossed by the waves of a turbulent sea. We wind a simple ring of iron with coils. We establish the connections to the generator, and with wonder and delight, we note the effects of strange forces which we bring into play, which allow us to transform, to transmit, and direct energy at will. There is no conflict between the ideal of religion and the ideal of science, but science is opposed to theological dogmas because science is founded on fact. To me, the universe is simply a great machine which never came into being and will never end. The human being is no exception to the natural order. Man, like the universe, is a machine. With ideas, it is like with dizzy heights you climb. At first, they cause you discomfort and you are anxious to get down, distrustful of your own powers. But soon the remoteness of the turmoil of life and the inspiring influence of the altitude calm your blood. Your step gets firm and sure and you begin to look for dizzier heights. All knowledge or form conception is evoked through the medium of the eye, either in response to disturbances directly received on the retina or to their fainter secondary effects and reverberations. Other sense organs can only call forth feelings which have no reality of existence, and of which no conception can be formed. I have already demonstrated by crucial tests the practicability of signaling by my system from one to any other point of the globe, no matter how remote, and I shall soon convert to disbelievers. Archimedes was my ideal. I admired the works of artists, but to my mind, they were only shadows and semblances. The inventor, I thought, gives to the world creations which are only palpable, which live and work.